In 2018, Benny and 38 Spesh had dropped their underground street classic Stabbed and Shot. Now, after 6 long years of demands for a sequel, these two upstate New York rap titans have finally locked in for part 2. What is good, y'all? It's your boy Mixtape Muff. If you are rocking with this content, go ahead and smash that like button for your boy. Hitting the like button is greatly appreciated. Also, subscribe if you haven't. But today, I'm going to hit y'all with my thoughts on this new project from Benny and 38 Spesh entitled Stabbed and Shot 2. This is the collaboration that a lot of Griselda and Trust heads have seemed to want more than any of the other collabs that we have gotten from the two camps over the years. Now, Ransom and Conway had recently released, which was fire, but deep down, it appeared that most were really fiending for that duo of Benny and Spesh. But the wait is finally over. The new generation of Styles P and Jadakiss have given us 16 new tracks, lasting approximately a total of 44 minutes, a little longer than its predecessor, which was only 10 tracks. But with that being said, let me go ahead and just hit y'all with that track by track breakdown. The opener, Still Better intro, finds Benny and Spesh explaining the delay and also talking about their evolution as a duo, and that leads us right into the first actual track, 1st of April, which has a smooth, twinkling beat from V-Don. It's a late night hypnotic vibe for these two to reiterate why they are staples on the corner. On this opener, Benny and Spesh do come across as two established kingpins who have a little more experience in the game than they did in 2018. As evidence in Benny's bars, doing research on how to get rich after my 40s. But let's not get it twisted for a second. This is not a grown folks mature album, as there is coke talk galore peppered throughout. But as a whole, it's a very solid opener with smooth back and forth verses. Track 2, High Stakes, has this quirky but aggressive boom bap production, and the two are just straight spitting flip mode squad style. Spesh has the witty lines. Bitch, your man is a corner boy that only re-up with 7 grams. We call him Corduroy. And Benny has the slick sports reference. I was good with 1 foot in, like it's college games. I also liked I Need a Brick and theme music from the likes of Isaac Hayes. That was fire. So yeah, High Stakes, it was a display of raw rhyming over a grimy beat. Track 3, Throughway Music 2, is a very strong follow-up to the original. Stylistically, the beat is even similar to the 2018 song. Spesh has the comedic bars. I got a brick for every bump on your face, and y'all dudes got bad acne. While Benny has some grim bars, we turn beef to rest in peace, murals, graffiti wars. This game is hard to love. It feel like siblings that you ain't meet before. So yeah, Throughway Music 2 was a banger. This is followed up by Who Really the King, set to some glorious strings, mafioso-like. Benny opens it with the best to go back and forth since Kiss is style. And Spesh really came through with those one-liners here, like, I don't know who sold more birds, me or churches, and but I protected more white than Secret Service. Next is Center Stage, where we do get this vintage Harry Fraud production, complete with the wailing soul chops that does harken back a bit to his early to mid 2000s production style. Spesh has even more humorous lines. I stashed work at my aunt's place. Both of my aunts rushed to find where I hid it. Now that's an ant's race. And Benny with the thought-provoking lines. Change that I made from hustling don't take away the pain and suffering. We treat goals like snipers do targets. You aim above it. Right after is Brick Specials, which has a ghostly back alley type beat. Spesh did his thing, but Benny definitely stood out for me for Street Runners, One Bag of H, and now they back in shape. Half a plate of raw and masking tape. They smoke through a screen that'll slim down the beauty queen pageant weight. Yeah, Brick Specials really grew on me with repeated listens. Immediately after is Jesus Arms with Busta Rhymes. Now, here we do get a sample flip of Cool G Rap's Thug Chronicles. Cormega also used a similar sample. It's an instrumental that you can't go wrong with, you know, when you are spitting those organized crime type rhymes. I felt this track had a raw mixtape quality to it in a good way. Definitely a banger where everyone went in. Whereas track 9, Hometown Hero, has a softer atmospheric quality, a bit on the moodier side. Benny states, lyrical genius, this rap shit was a miracle to me. I'm from Holy Ground, Buffalo, like Jericho to me. And Spesh, he's calling out the drugged out whack rappers with rappers act like they really the nicest, they high off coke and their energy spiking. But yeah, this was a subtle drumless track that ended up being a sleeper. Following this is Bad Guy, where we get this bluesy sample-based production from Harry Fraud, and a catchy hook from Class Murder, feature verse from Dave East as well. The Spesh says, for fronting on the internet, now you gonna die for them 80 views. Damn, 80 views. Benny talks about knowing kingpins who can only read on a 3rd grade level. That is tragic. Dave East even has the witty line, I kept it cool as them gray Jordans. So yeah, everyone really came correct on Bad Guy. Track 11, Money Counters, is a moody banger from V-Don. It is one of my favorites. I dug the vocal chop and the eerie guitar. There was a slight bounce to this one also. And their chemistry really stood out on this one. The back and forth was flawless and the rhyme schemes used as well were on point. The subsequent track, Internal Affairs, is an insanely good highlight with OT the Real, with this grimy, dirty saxophone beat from Derringer. Derringer was in his bag for sure, and this instrumental just felt like someone is concealing a rusty box cutter underneath the hoodie on a treacherous block. Benny had the standout bars, these villain bars, I'm Jizza from Liquid Swords, and the Streetwise Jewel. First rule, burn something. You never return the heater. Get that strap back. It'll have dudes singing like Shirley Caesar. And Spesh with, yet again, more comedic lines. My bag heavy, yours lighter than my halfway son. And I'll give y'all all shots for cheap, but it's not Tito's. OT the Real on here definitely did his thing, but his voice sounded extra gravelly and weathered here, like he has been hanging around Vinny Paz in those cold Philly streets smoking cigarettes or something. But some witty lines from OT were, got love for grams like my father's mother. Track 13, Intent to Sell, has this soulful trap beat from Street Runners that is characteristic of Street Runners production sound. Then he said, my relationship with the plug is the same as the first day he hit me. So yeah, solid one overall. It's just high quality street music. And there is Coke Runs with Ransom, where they all put on a masterclass over this illustrious cinematic beat from Chuck the producer. Duffel Bag had the notable lines, what these rappers don't do is resonate. Let's set it straight. I ran more rackets than a tennis gray. Also, a little bit of Pac, Jay, Nas, Pun, DMX, and Face. And 38 was magic over this beat with fire bars like, for profit, I'll put everybody in boxes like a yearbook. The second to last track is Watch List, where we get this plush orchestral beat from V-Don. It's elegant Kingpin music. Spesh talks about jumping off the porch at the tender age of 4. My guy. And Benny has a line that does remind me a bit of some Hove and Big with, the only thing I'm scared of is God and a tape recorder. And this album comes to a close with Power featuring El Camino. Now, this has a melodic, unique vocal harmony, courtesy of V-Don, who really kills it. I'd say El Camino flexed his versatility with the hook as well. Spesh had those anti-snitching bars. Now we ain't breaking in interrogation like uneducated fools. We stay quiet like meditation rooms. And he also left us with the self-control jewel. Never let your situation regulate your moves. So overall, we're going to give this project a rating of a strong 4 to 4.5 mics. I know it's only been a couple of days, but I do feel this is a worthy successor to their 2018 classic. Benny and Spesh definitely stuck to the script and didn't deviate from their original formula. The production was solid from front to back with no misses instrumentally, in my opinion. Now, I will say that there was a certain distinct rawness to part 1 that wasn't quite captured as much on this release, but it's obvious given that it's no longer 2018 and they have evolved as artists. But still, I did enjoy the production from top to bottom. All the features did deliver, and the chemistry between Benny and Spesh, it was undeniable and very much intact after 6 years. But let me know in the comment section, how do you feel this compares to part one? Did this project meet your expectations, or do you think it's weaker than its predecessor? Or is it better? Favorite tracks include Throughway Music 2, Who Really the King, Center Stage, Brick Specials, Jesus Arms, Hometown Hero, Money Counter, Internal Affairs, Coke Runs, Watch List, and Power. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. It's your boy Mixtape Moth. I am signing out, but as always, it's peace and blessings. Benny the Butcher, 38 Spesh, stabbed and shot 2-1.